John Carter voiceovers.
You are now rocking with the best, coming at you live from the QC, the Queen City, Charlotte, North Cackalack. This is John Carter. And no, my name is not short for Jonathan. Somebody asked me that recently because I spell my first name Jon, or my parents chose to spell it that way, Jon. And somebody's like, is that short for Jonathan? And I'm like, no, it's not. It's long for John. They should call me Long John. Anyway, I'm getting off track here. I'm not even on track to start with. So how can you get off track when you weren't on track to start with? What's going on here? Have you ever watched a 1950s sci-fi film before? If you haven't, I want to encourage everyone out there in the JCVO audience, and trust me, there are millions of people listening to this right now, I'm sure, on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram or whatever, wherever this podcast can be found. I'm not even sure myself, if you want to know the truth. But anyway, do you ever watch 1950s sci-fi films? I challenge you, check out that genre of that, specifically 1950s. They're black and white, unless of course they've been colorized, which I don't really like the colorized version. I like the authentic, the real black and white original version of these 1950s sci-fi films. So much fun to watch. Even the bad ones, they're so bad they're good. And then there are some that are really actually well done. Well, bringing that back around to the topic here that I was gonna lay out for you, I was on YouTube watching a bunch of the movie trailers for these 1950s sci-fi films, and I was like, oh my God, even the trailers are awesome. And the first thing I noticed when watching these trailers is they didn't have your typical movie trailer announcer, like we do now. The guy that's like, in a world, one man, one mission. Back then, they didn't do that. Every now and then, they'd have a guy come on and be like, it's a crazy alien coming from outer space to capture the world or whatever. But they didn't have your typical movie trailer voice. So what I decided to do was to download these movie trailers and then record my voice and overlay that on the movie trailers to kind of have some fun and see what happened. So, on the JCVO mini podcast today, you're going to get a montage of 1950s sci-fi movie trailers voiced by yours truly. And warning, some of these get a little bit wacky because I was just having fun with these. You know what I'm saying? This is not a serious project. Nobody's paying me to do this. As a matter of fact, people would probably pay me not to do it. Feel free to make an offer. But anyway, here's the montage of the 1950s sci-fi movie trailers that I downloaded from YouTube and then added my modern voiceover to, so you can check it out. Enjoy! Across the billion-mile vastness of outer space, from the fourth galaxy, it came to make Earth people scream in terror. The Cosmic Man. Can a man's mind function in the body of a monster? The terrifying answer is in the Colossus of New York. More terrifying than any horror known to man comes a creeping, crawling monster whose towering fury no one can escape. Tarantula. These are the eyes of a man possessed by the greatest power in the universe. The brain from planet Eros. Shut your eyes, man. Cover your ears. Oh, dip. What the hell? On a Nightmare Island, the most terrifying horror ever loosed on a shuddering earth. Attack of the Crab Monsters. Damn, that thing's big. It's a damn tidal wave of terror from under the sea. Attack of the Crab Monsters, brought to you by Red Lobster. Just kidding, y'all. So you can obviously see why this genre is spectacular. So anyway, if you haven't checked out 1950 sci-fi movies, definitely check them out on YouTube or Amazon or whatever. And the characters, the acting, the melodrama, and even some of the movies, some of the really bad ones are like such poor quality and just embarrassingly bad movies, but they're so bad, they're good. Explain that. Anyway, this has been the JC video. I can't talk right now. This is the JC, that's my job. How sad is that? This is the JCVO mini podcast. It's like a baby, teeny tiny podcast. I don't want to take up a lot of your time. I just want to throw it at you every now and then. A little bit of entertainment, a little bit of fun, maybe a laugh or two. Or maybe you just sit there and think, this guy's weirder than I thought he was. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you. Love you. Have a great day. And thanks for checking out the JCVO mini podcast. Peace.
JC